for May just released, and unemployment has edged down to 3.8%. The U.S. economy added 223,000 jobs last month. In fact, the economy has added jobs for every month for 7.5 years. That's the longest streak on record. However, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce has been warning that, on the back of those Trump tariffs, more than 2 million American jobs are in jeopardy because of Trump's tariff plans. Now, joining me now from London with more on this is Florian Hense, European economist at Berenberg Bank. Thank you so much for joining us here on the program. The U.S. jobs report is out. Your thoughts on the numbers?
Well, it's a pretty remarkable report. I mean, any number sort of beyond the sort of 100,000 at this stage of the cycle is remarkable. Now we go about to 223 unemployment, as you said, dropping to a multi-decade year low. So I mean, it shows you that the labor market in the U.S. is an exceptional condition.
Yeah, this is a remarkable number.
What we're not seeing yet is sort of.
Yeah, the lowest level since 1969, a major milestone in recovery from, 10% unemployment. That was a figure back in 2009. We're showing our viewers images of Donald Trump right now, because the question I want to ask you is, how much credit should we give to him? How much credit is due to Donald Trump and his administration for this incredible jobs growth picture for America?
Well, partly, I mean, you see a global upswing across the whole world. I mean, Q1 was sort of a soft patch, and the trade tensions stoked by President Trump have probably produced some slightly disappointing data across the globe, apart from the U.S. The U.S. is benefiting from tax reform that President Trump pushed, and also sort of from a deregulation agenda, which has definitely pushed some companies to raise their hiring. And so partly this can be accredited to him. But obviously, we've come a long way from the financial crisis, and we are just sort of a year in of the, or a year and a half in with the Trump administration.
Yeah, let's factor in the Trump tariffs because, of course, as you know, Canada, EU, Mexico all plan to retaliate. At the top of the hour, we heard from the EU Trade Commissioner who says, yes, she's going to put matters to the WTO, but Europe is already lining up tit-for-tat punitive tariffs, to hit everything from American orange juice to bourbon. I mean, could that retaliation, could that put a big dent in the U.S. jobs growth picture going forward?
No, not yet. I mean, the direct impact from any tariffs from the US to the EU or the other way around so far are pretty tiny, even if, for example, the US would impose tariffs on car exports from the EU to the US. But obviously, I mean, you've got the indirect impact, which is sort of uncertainty. Businesses maybe stalling some of their investment and spending decisions. And so far, that seems to had an effect on Europe, not so much on the US, which is benefiting from this sort of pickup in fiscal spending. But obviously, the question is, are we heading into sort of a different trading regime, which would have severe effects on GDP, not just in the short term, but obviously over the long term.
Florian Hense, Berenberg Bank, thank you so much for joining me on the program. Take care.